The year is 2014. Daft Punk had just won 5 Grammys. Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS was released. Guardians of the Galaxy becomes an unexpected hit. And for some goddamn reason, The Simpsons decided to release 4 crossovers that year. Let's talk about that. Let's go back to the ancient year of 1997, or what is often referred to as
the Golden Simpsons era.
So in season 6, episode 18, an episode called A Star Is Burns was released, and it had the town of Springfield holding their very own film festival.
Lights, camera, act, diddly doddly doodly, action, Jackson! During the episode, a new character, from what I thought at the time, was introduced. This character happened to be from another show called The Critic. And it was the first and only episode of The Simpsons to actually cross over with another animated show.
Coming up next, the Flintstones meet the Jetsons.
Uh-oh, I smell another cheap cartoon crossover.
Bart Simpson, meet Jay Sherman the Critic.
As a kid, I kind of just saw it as, hey look, a new Simpsons character. But little did I know that this man is actually from another show. A show that nobody really watched. This really was just a push from Fox executives to just make audiences go watch The Critic. And what better way to do that than to shove him into the biggest animated TV show of all time. Funny thing is, Matt Groening was actually against the idea of any sort of crossover. He said, and I quote,
"Fuck your crossover."
But he did pull his name from the end of the credits before the episode aired. But I mean, how can you not love this episode? It's a Simpsons classic that gave us iconic scenes such as Boo Earns and
Hans Moleman Productions presents Man Getting Hit by Football.
There have been parodies and minor cameos and appearances from other TV shows in The Simpsons, but never really a full-on crossover with another animated TV show. Fast forward into the future, 2014, and suddenly The Simpsons decided to shit out 4 of them. I'm actually surprised it took them this long to make another crossover, considering the quality of the show has been on a steady decline, but I don't want to keep on beating a dead horse, so I guess better late than ever. Now, before we get started, the video will be spread out into 3 or 2 parts. I'm not 100% sure yet, I haven't really made my mind, where I will be individually looking at different episodes per video. To start off, we'll be looking at the least exciting ones, not really trying to lower the quality of the episodes, but these were just the least hyped of them all, if that's how you want to put it. We start off with the Lego Simpsons, which, yes, I know, I can hear you, this isn't a crossover with another animated show, but this is actually a crossover with a toy company. The episode aired back in May 4th, 2014, and was called Brick Like Me, which is a reference to something. The episode is about Homer falling into a coma after a Lego statue falls on top of him, and he begins to imagine his life as a yellow minifigure. After going to pick up a gift for Lisa, he begins to have hallucinations about the real world. Homer then has to decide whether to stay in his perfect Lego world or go back to his crummy real world life.
So if I don't find my way out of here, I could be trapped in a fantasy forever?
I'm afraid so.
Woohoo! I'm trapped in a fantasy forever! Kiss my flat plastic butt, reality!
The episode cuts back and forth between the Lego animation and the traditional 2D animation, which can sometimes throw you off, but you soon seem to get used to it. The Lego world looks great. I mean, everything looks like a toy, and some models look like they were just straight off real playsets. The episode is really creative and finds ways to Legofy something you would think would be hard to turn into a Lego, but they find their ways. The end battle really feels like it came out of a child's imagination and takes advantage of the Lego setting and goes crazy with it.
That robot is made out of Batmobile, Hobbit Hole, and SpongeBob playsets. That's miscegenation.
There's a lot to see here, as in almost every background there's some sort of Lego Easter egg or even in the dialogue. It's great fan service for Lego fans. And speaking of fan service,
Oh, baby, I feel so close to you right now.
It's weird they decided to go with a different Lego Simpsons style as opposed to the actual Simpsons minifigures. But I guess the point was to make a Lego Simpsons episode, not with the modeled heads, but with Lego heads. It's just weird to see them side by side. The episode isn't really remotely that funny. Like, I might have had a decent chuckle here and there, but what really surprised me was the amount of adult jokes in it. I mean, it's Simpsons, yeah, but I would have thought they would have made it more PG for the younglings.
Come on, Marge. We need real answers, and there's only one place we can get them.
Let's see. Fingers. Come on. Show me something about fingers. Bad news, people. Our religion is not true. Sorry about that. Really sorry.
It's a cute episode, not really the funniest or the best, but definitely a standout from modern Simpsons episodes. It's really creative and the animation is great. The plot was alright. I just wish they could have shown the father-daughter bonding in the Lego world, since that was basically the reason for Homer dreaming of that reality, to spend more Lego time with Lisa. Besides that one scene, it didn't really make the relationship too believable, but overall, if you like Legos, then you'll like this. I'll give the episode a solid 5 out of 10.
Noble spirits, your time has passed. That was unmotivated.
Don't have a cow, man.
Shut up!
Ay, caramba!
Well, what a waste of an idea. In The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror 24, there was a segment in which the Simpsons meet the Tracy Ullman Show. The Simpsons Tracy Ullman Show. Not the actual Tracy Ullman Show. I mean the shorts. You know what I mean. Now some of you may think I'm cheating, but come on, this is basically old Simpsons meets the new Simpsons. The segment is called The Others, and it follows the Simpsons as they begin to see and hear suspicious behavior, who they automatically assume is a ghost. Turns out, yes, but it's their older counterparts.
Hey, a little respect!
Take a picture, it'll last longer, man.
The plot for the episode is really stupid. It's literally just Homer flirting with old Marge and Marge trying to regain him back. For such an obscure crossover, I expected them to do something bigger and better. I mean, you hardly get to see any sort of interaction from all the other Simpsons. They're kind of just there and have nothing to do for the story. It sucks this was made into a 15-minute segment, or less maybe. They could have really done a whole other science fiction based episode just dedicated to that crossover. But what we ended up getting was an unfunny episode that kind of makes it up as it goes. Now, it's not all trash. I do like the different characteristics and maneuvers of the old Simpsons. I mean, even the old voices are spot on.
What kind of afterlife is this? Can't even strangle my dead kid.
It's also great to see Dr. Marvin Monroe again, because who knows what the hell happened to that guy.
Are you alive or dead?
Huh, I'm in some horrible limbo. I can walk halfway through walls and I get stuck. Uh-oh.
The episode then kind of goes all over the place as it ends with cameos and references to other Simpsons universes. It basically ends with Into the Simpsons verse, which actually doesn't sound like a bad idea for an episode. I mean, fuck it, they've done everything else already, might as well. Oh, and Minion Simpsons. What a world we live in. Now, would I recommend this segment? No, not really. It's a bummer too, since that year's Treehouse of Horror was pretty decent. It just sucked that the only one with the best idea was the one that was poorly executed. And I'll probably give this one a 3 out of 10. Now, I couldn't fit all these crossovers into one video since, mind you, there were 4 of these damn things, but stay tuned for the next one where we'll be taking a look at quite possibly the 2 biggest event crossovers of modern cartoon history. Did they hold up? No. But man, I'll explain later. Stay cool, stay fresh, and stay clean. Peace.
Nothing's gonna ruin this one. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go!
I call this face the Howler Monkey.
I call this face Dad.
All right. I told you, if you kept making those horrible faces, they'd freeze that way. And now they have.
They have?
Our faces are frozen?
Yes, they are. Go look in the mirror and see for yourselves.